Hello YouTube, where have I been? Very sick. And as you can see, I'm still quite congested. However, I'm back because guess what I just did? I went and saw The Great Gatsby. What to say? Oh my goodness! Wow, it was awesome! I loved it. There were so many fans of the book who were so skeptical going into this, and I will admit, learning it was a Baz Luhrmann production and all knowing his style, I was a little hesitant going in. But I was so wrong. I mean, we all know the Roaring '20s. We'd come out of World War I and the US was on the top. We had all the money. And the upper class, with all that money, was just like, we can do whatever we want. We can do it, spend our money however we want. We can party it up. We're on the top of the universe. And all the extravagance that went into that era. And thus, Baz Luhrmann's extravagant style fits perfectly with this story. So acting. What a nice job! Claps to the cast! Leonardo DiCaprio was the perfect Gatsby. He was so great. He showed that dreamy, just somewhat delusional side of him and that refined outward behavior that he puts up about being such a gentleman, and that tortured struggle with him about wanting to always be in the past. DiCaprio, he captured that perfectly. And the tea scene, when he first meets up again with Daisy, he was so awkward and it was so adorable. That whole scene. I mean, he brings in all these flowers into Nick's living room, sitting room, what have you. And when Daisy gets there, she walks in and she's like, "Did you ransack a green room?" Bringing us to Daisy. Carey Mulligan was a perfect Daisy. That little careless, "I'm so sweet, oh Gatsby, don't you want to just do everything for me?"
I mean, she just looks so Daisy Buchanan, right?
And you hate her so much at the end, as you should. So props to Carey Mulligan, great job. And then there was Tobey Maguire, who I wasn't very happy about when he got cast, but geez, I mean, he was a great Nick. That whole outsider, observer, quiet one, he pulled it off really well. And I think he really carried the story in his narration, his voiceover. He just has like a good narrating voice, if you know what I mean. It worked. So basically, same goes for the rest of the cast. The actress playing Jordan was awesome. Isla Fisher as Myrtle was perfect. And I mean, Tom Buchanan, he was great too. All-star cast. So the costumes. Whoa. I mean, whoa. Like Gatsby's parties, they were done so well. Everyone's costumes, I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record, but it's so great. I mean, the glitz, the glam, the feathers, everything, like, oh my goodness, it was so perfect. As you can see, in the spirit of the movie, I dressed up, got my flapper dress on, which brings me to the sets, which were perfect. The only thing I think that bothered me was a lot of the CG got really noticeable at times, and I was like, oof, a few times just because it was really blatant, but overall, Gatsby's house blew my mind. And for some reason, the pool was my favorite, which of course, you know, the death scene, the way it was filmed was, I'll come back to that. So lastly, as far as aesthetics go, the music. I was a little skeptical on bringing the whole like rap and the modern thing in, because I know that's kind of Luhrmann's thing. It worked so well. Like, it really made the jazz age relevant to our time, because the jazz age is so similar to us now. It's just, you know, that's the 20s and this is the 21st century. So I think the melding of those two cultures of times that are so similar, it just worked seamlessly. The whole end of the movie really got me. It was great. I didn't cry, obviously, because we all know how Gatsby's tale comes to its end. And just the moment when Gatsby's like, hey, do you want to go for a swim, Nick? I haven't used this pool all summer. And Nick's like, no, I really gotta go, Jay. And I was just like, here it comes. The cinematography for that scene was just, it just really set this mood of how Gatsby's constantly surrounded by people, but he's so alone. I'm gonna have to say one of my favorite scenes was when Tom takes Nick with him and Myrtle to the apartment that he keeps for Myrtle, and they have this little party and Nick gets totally drunk. And that whole scene I think was awesome. And I love the music and him looking out the window and looking at all the other windows of all the other apartments and all the riffraff going on. And my personal favorite song was Together by the XX. I'm such a big XX fan, and that song was incredible, and it just set such the perfect tone for this film. And the way it was tied into the credits, I was just like, yes! I'm just gonna go all out, and I'm just gonna give this film 5 out of 5 stars, literally. Lerman's filming style fit the film perfectly, casting was right on, sets were right on, costumes were incredible, music was great, the overall mood just fit the book, and I think it did the book great justice, and it was very true to the book. I mean, some lines were verbatim, and just the overall feel that the book gives off was translated so greatly in this screen adaptation. So what did you guys think? Send me your thoughts, opinions, what you might have wished could have been changed. And so what do you guys think? Let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!